What?
Yeah,
fuck?
and made Wakanda.
Yeah. Oh no, that
made
was
Wakanda.
no, that was Jax.
That was
Jax
bad.
decided, you know what? What if I made Wakanda a real thing?
No, that's pretty bad. But Jacqueline's actually worse. It's like, all right, your father figured out how to basically make you exist, your mom exist, and in Mortal Kombat Wakanda exist, but you couldn't figure out how to do a meet cute with your father and your mother.
Yeah, like
she basically said, well, to basically make her father, not go through the trauma, she couldn't exist. And I'm like, are you really that stupid? Like, you really couldn't make them meet at a bar or something like that?
Also, Slim, thanks for not telling us you were going live, because all of a sudden I'm hearing double audio of Jay Step, and I couldn't understand a word he was saying.
My thing is, my main thing is I kind of like Jacqueline, because it's like, oh yeah, she literally sacrificed herself to. It's still stupid. Don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying, but like at least it's like respectful. Like, yeah, it's tangible. Like, I can get behind that. Again, the whole idea, like we've talked about this before. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but again, the whole idea that Jax literally said, "Oh yeah," unironically said this. I'm not waiting centuries for the world to get woke.
What does that even mean, bro?
So he went back in time, stopped slavery, and that made Wakanda, I guess. I don't know.
What does that mean?
You know what? Speaking of like Mortal Kombat, I actually have like an idea for like a Mortal Kombat-esque inspired like novel series called Hellgate, and it's basically I'm not like too, what do you call it, hyped about Mortal Kombat, so I kind of just decided, you know what, I might as well like write my own story, kind of like inspired by like not just that, but also like other fighting games I used to play back in the day. That basically the premise is you have like an entire tournament, but it's basically like a death sort of tournament where the most people have to die in order to keep the gates of hell, like, what do you call it, locked, if that makes any sense.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
But yeah, I was gonna say that, like, I have a friend who's like into Mortal Kombat. He's not exactly like, because like the outfits in the newer games just don't do anything for either of us.
Yeah.
That, and apparently I actually learned something. I don't know if this is true. This a person was saying that actually MK1 wasn't supposed to be a Mortal Kombat game originally. It was supposed to be an Injustice game, and they kind of retooled it into Mortal Kombat. Which is apparently the reason why Shao Kahn has horns now, like actually growing out of his head and stuff. Like, apparently that was supposed to be Steppenwolf or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's true, but that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Enough where I could believe it, but I don't know 100%.
So
you see really that much trouble that they had to do that?
Do what?
Basically change what was supposed to be Injustice 3 into Mortal Kombat 1.
I don't know. Like I said, this is just what one guy said, but like I said, I'd take it with a grain of salt because I don't know if anyone at NetherRealm ever confirmed that.
Also, sorry to get you, Slim. Sorry about that.
Sorry about what? I was gone for like a few minutes to pee.
Oh.
The host slipped away without telling nobody.
The weird. So anyway, in recent news, Has-Been Hotel came out. Verbally spent $5,000. $50,000 on a fucking fan animation that
I still am
like
trying to figure out how people have made like multiple videos covering it, because it's like, what else could you really say, dude? Dude spent $50,000 of his own money on some horny shit. Like, the end, it's funny.
I really don't understand how you spent like that. That didn't cost $50,000. That didn't cost $50,000. Like that. Like I know. I know a cartoon pilot costs around $50,000. If you want to like make a cartoon pilot, like a whole like 22-minute episode or whatever, that's going to cost you $50,000.
Yeah, I think somebody charged. Like, I think he got screwed on the price there.
Well, something else to consider is how fast was the video made? Because I mean, again, it kind of goes with the rule with animation. You can have something quick, you can have something well
High
done,
quality.
or you could do something fast. Oh, sorry,
Yeah, like the triangle thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you
could
want
have
it good, cheap, and fast. But the thing is, you
Good,
can't
cheap,
have all
and
three.
fast. So pick 2 out of the 3, and you'll be lucky.
I mean, I can kind of understand that. Apparently, the video was finished like in 2021, in 2022, I think it was finished. So
But when did he commission it, though?
I guess like a year before that. I'm not sure. I don't like. Here's the thing. From what I can tell, like first of all, the funny thing about it is I don't think he really needed to apologize for anything. Like people are trying to make like a big YouTube drama, and I'm like,
that's what I'm getting at. It's like it's not like you spent your own money. Like it's just funny. Like I just think it's funny.
Like like we're gonna make fun of you, obviously, but like I don't think he needed to like apologize or make a big stink about it. People said like, oh, the person who made it is like I can't believe he made porn. It's not really porn. It's a bit spicy. I wouldn't call it porn.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know if I can consider it softcore. Honestly, it's like borderline.
It's not even that. It's not even borderline softcore. It's like I've seen more stuff in like actual music videos.
Yeah.
Wet ass pussy is
it's
like
not even
is
like
is more like
in my
porn.
opinion.
And wet ass pussy feels more like a porno than that. So I don't even know what to go.
I've not even seen that music video, but I've seen like one clip of it, and it's like, yeah, this is just porn, isn't it?
But like, yeah. So I looked into the details. They said like, oh, a 15-year-old did it. Like, no, that's not real either.
And the thing was, I don't know where that started because even the person who leaked it was debunking that, saying no 15-year-old worked on this.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, where are you getting that from? That's not what I said.
I was gonna say that, like, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, dude.
Okay, so I have like low-key like a beef with all of like the people that fucking complain about like horny stuff online. Like there was this whole thing with like what do you call it? That one show on YouTube with the clown girl. I forgot what it was. Digital Circus, The Amazing Digital Circus. Yeah, like they made like a horny art of like the ribbon girl, and like people were after they were on this like one not safe for work artist, and I'm kind of like that's they're all complaining about how can you make this character like horny, they're a ribbon girl, and I'm like
it's the internet,
like,
bro.
Terrible. Yeah. Y'all are terrible for artists' mental health. I'm not gonna lie. Like all of you guys complaining about this.
All I gotta say to you is like, buddy, welcome to the internet. You know what Rule 34 is. Don't act like you don't know.
Me and Edgy talked about this one time, and it was like I think it was Capcom who was trying to like trying to take down like all of like the
did you hear what Capcom is now apparently trying to do now?
The DRM?
Yeah, they're installing DRM into their games to try and prevent people from modding. And the thing is, they did it on fucking Resident Evil Revelations, which is over 10 years old. At this point, doesn't have any online component, really. So what would be the point of modding? It's not like you can mod it to like cheat the game or whatever.
I mean, like Village makes sense for obvious reasons.
But here's where it gets even more messed up. Even if you said, okay, well, fuck it, I don't care about mods, I'll just play the vanilla game. It apparently was lowering people's frame rates, just having this DRM in the game. Then to add insult to injury, there's some allegations that the DRM also contained malware, allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So Capcom removed it, but they're making it sound like they're going to just throw it back into the game after they've, I guess, fixed the performance issues that it's having. Or review if there is actually malware in this shit, so...
At this point, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, my concern is the original Resident Evil 4 game gonna work with it? Because I have the Ultimate HD mod that those fans made. I forgot what it's called. Is it the Ultimate HD or Project HD, something like that? That really overhauls the PC version's visuals, makes it look a lot better.
Oh wow!
Like, is that now no longer going to work because of this bullshit DRM thing? If they actually go through with it,
Yeah, Capcom's not doing so great, to say the least.
Capcom is like, hey, you know that goodwill we built up over the years after like Resident Evil 7? Yeah, what if we just threw that all away right now?
Yeah, it's like you did well with Resident Evil Village. You did well with 4, even though I have my issues with it, and you did well with Street Fighter 6. Why would you throw this away?
I don't know, man. And I think the reason why this all started, while they really got mad about this, and I can understand getting mad about this in the context, was there was apparently a legit Street Fighter tournament, and somebody had a new Chun-Li mod turned on and forgot to turn it off, and it was on the actual, like, I guess, official broadcast for the stream. So it's like, I can understand Capcom being mad about that, because it is, because somebody might think that's a legit feature in the game, and it's like, no, we're not that kind of game.
Only takes one dumbass to screw things up for everyone else.
Yeah. Like, I remember there was like an old urban legend about like there was like a new cheat code for like the old Mortal Kombat 2 game back on the Genesis days, and everyone swore up and down that it was real, but I knew it didn't exist. My cousin swore up and down.
Didn't they do the same thing with like original Tomb Raider, claiming there was a nude Laura mod?
Oh,
not
yeah,
a mod, but cheat code, and it's not true at all.
Yeah, it's not true at all. I fucking miss cheat codes. I mean, like those.
Or Game Genie, right?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Game Genie, like I think what someone did was they actually, I think it was either Game Genie or something like that made it not so much that she was nude, but you were able to change the color palette on certain parts of her body so she looked nude.
Oh, okay.
Man, you're James Rolfold. Goddamn.
The sad part is I kind of am.
I mean, James Rolfe's in his 40s. Like, I think people forget that, but then they realize it once you realize that he's fucking balding. I don't know.
At least he got to 40 before the balding set in.
Yeah, but like, man, just wear a hat or something, or just wear a hat or something. I mean, he does like when he's like not doing the nerd persona, but he's just being Rolf. He's fine.
I feel like if my hair ever does start falling out, I think it's gonna be like shave it off.
I mean, we can do that. We're black. Yeah. Like, black men bald is fine. White man bald, they're gonna think you're racist. Like, immediately. Like, right off the bat. Like, if you see a bald black dude, no one's gonna care about a bald black dude. They may think he's in the military or something, but no one's gonna care about a bald black dude. They see a bald white dude. Oh yeah, he's racist.
Either that or they're gonna think you're ex-military, and if there's a bunch of you, then they probably be like, "Oh shit, they racist."
They're like if you're a black dude walking down the street, you see a bunch of white dudes. Everyone talks about like, oh, you see a bunch of black dudes, you go to the other side of the street, which you should, because that's the smart thing to do. Even other black people do it, but. If you see like a bunch of white dudes, you're a black dude, they're just like gathered around, like all their heads are shaved. Yeah, you go on the other side of the street. It's stereotypes exist for a reason. Paranoia exists for a reason. Sometimes we should follow our instincts. It's just how it is.
Yeah, sometimes your gut is right.
I'm not saying something racist. I'm acknowledging society. Bottom text.
Society, we live in it.
I've been watching Seinfeld lately, and like I fucking love George Costanza. And he's like, "We live in a society,
Oh, and J-Step, one other thing I will say about Tekken 8 is the story was actually pretty good, which surprised me. Because Sevens was okay, it had some good moments, but it was kind of but 8, they actually stepped it up. I was like, wow, this is actually good.
We don't trust Canadians either, so I'm sorry to feel left out.
Especially if they might be related to Fidel Castro. We don't trust them.
Yeah, like I'm not saying a certain prime minister is related to Fidel Castro. Just if you look into the history of his mother,
if you look at some of the similarities,
like I'm not like, yeah, like it's the resemblance is uncanny. yeah, so like man, Seinfeld was a good show. Anyway, so like I'm looking at like Has Been Hotel, right? I'm not actually watching the show. I'm like watching clips, and like from what I'm looking into, I'm like, there's like this one scene where it's like, that's Fidel's baby. Yeah.
Oh wow.
You guys ever hear about like that one time like the CIA like sent like an assassin for Fidel Castro and like she was like a honeypot. It was a woman, the honey trap, and she ended up falling in love with Fidel Castro.
Oh wow.
Mission failed. Mission failed. Abort.
Yeah. So she couldn't go through with it. Say what you will about Castro. He was like, don't get me wrong, he was a piece of shit. Like all communists. But the guy had Riz. Give him
I
that.
mean, he's probably a sociopath, so that kind of sociopath's kind of known for being very charismatic. Or basically coming off that way because they know what makes people tick.
Yeah, so like I can fix him. Yes, Noob, that's exactly what happened. And apparently Fidel got her pregnant. No one knows what happened to the baby. It mysteriously disappeared after the mother gave birth.
I'm sure the CIA just gave her like an all expense paid vacation.
I'm sure the CIA had nothing to do with that.
I'm sure they gave her an all expense paid vacation to some very nice like undisclosed location somewhere.
Imagine finding out like 50 years later that you're like the bastard son of Fidel Castro.
Bro, that'd be like finding out you're the bastard son of Stalin or Hitler. Like that would be.
I think Stalin still has a granddaughter who's alive.
Damn.
They dumped the baby in Canada. No, because again, he has Riz, and like you saw his mother. His historians say Fidel Castro and Trudeau's mother were very close friends. That's exactly what it was. They were very close friends.
Wow.
Looks nothing like his father, but looks a lot like a little bit of resemblance there.
There might have been some cucking going on. We're not judging. We're just.
All I'm saying is he was probably in the closet watching. to quote like fucking I hate to like quote Rick and Morty in 2024.
Cringe.
But sometimes I like to watch in the closet, almost always dressed as Superman.
That's a little too specific.
Man. Yeah. Let's not even talking about the weird incest stuff in fucking Rick and Morty. We're not even going to talk about that.
Not even Beth and Space Beth?
Yeah,
does that even count? Is that or masturbation?
I'm sorry. What? I don't think I.
Okay,
I stopped
Edgy.
at season 3. I don't know the context of this.
Edgy. So basically, like the season 3 finale where Beth has a choice between staying with the family or going off in adventures while Rick makes a clone or whatever of her to take her place. Turns out that it's the latter. He did make a clone to take her place, and the actual Beth was like, she has the shaved head and is a super space marine badass now or whatever.
Oh God,
it's awful.
It's the ultimate girl boss, and yes, she is as insufferable as she sounds.
She has the shaved side of the head thing going on.
Yeah, she was already annoying, to be fair, but like now she was just insufferable. But and the thing is, like, basically when they came back, she kind of had sex with herself and told Jerry to watch.
She had sex with herself.
With her clone, yes.
Like identical clone, not even like a...
Yes.
Oh, she's a freak.
And again, we can't tell if that's masturbation or just massive narcissism.
Now I'm gonna count that as masturbation.
To be fair, Jerry did join in and it became a 3-way. To be fair, the guy did kind of win. I'll give him that. He did kind of win. That's better than nothing, I guess.
I guess.
What's up with Hollywood guys named Dan? I don't know, man. I don't know. In fact, actually, hang on. I'm gonna do some stuff. Hang on. You guys talk. I'm gonna do some stuff. Hang on.
All right.
Okay then. So, but yeah, that was just one of those kind of weird things.
If you bang a clone of yourself, does that count as incest or masturbation?
I'm going masturbation.
I'm gonna say both.
I'm
gonna take the quote unquote high road and just say it's both.
To quote a hentai tag, I'm gonna call it self-cest. Fuck it.
Self-set, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so Edgy, this is the new Beth now. And by the way, Rick and Morty has sucked since season 3. There are a few.
I didn't even get through all of season 3. I got to Pickle Rick and I just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I think
this is what Beth looks like now.
Those crappy writers.
Oh god, she's got the blue color in the hair too.
Yeah, it's terrible. But
and now we have the male equivalent of this called the Killmonger haircut because every black dude in fiction has to have the Killmonger haircut.
Braids, afro.
Yeah, braids, shaved side of the head. We call it. People just start calling it the Killmonger haircut.
No, I remember someone did like an Avatar parody. It was like braids, dreadlocks, afro, waves. The four black hairstyles lived in harmony, but everything changed with the Killmonger attack.
Yeah, it really be like that.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do something. We're turning this into like a try not to cringe stream. Hang on.
Oh no,
it's gonna be great. Hang on. Hang on. Give me a second. It's gonna be a try not to cringe stream.
Slim, how could you do this? Why you do
like,
this to us?
Sometimes you guys have to remember, like, being friends with me isn't a privilege; it's a curse. You got to deal with me. Until you cut me off for good, this is your life. Congratulations. You did this to yourself. What else am I gonna say? Hang on.
You know, I've actually done worse things to myself, so bring it.
Yeah, I've probably done worse.
And Jesse could definitely confirm that.
How is Jess, by the way? I haven't heard from her recently.
Oh, she's doing okay. Just been kind of a busy week. We both got sick this week, so that sucked.
You guys okay though?
Was it the coof?
Oh no, we got that a month ago.
Ah, I see. Let me think.
Sorry.
You good?
The worst part was I just started work this week. Said I had to take 2 sick days.
Hang on.
That's pretty rough.
You know, I was gonna add to the Killmonger haircut. Also, fades. I noticed that's another hairstyle that black men in games or just in general have. Like Hogwarts Legacy. I pulled that up and I see that they had fades back in the Victorian era. It seems.
Hey, apparently they had it in freaking the Second Age in Middle Earth because. Yeah, the one black elf in Rings of Power. Yes. He's got a fucking fade.
Yes, Fedor Tyrodus.
Yeah, freaking Fedor Tyrodus over there. Asking Elrond where the white bitch is at. I like how I said that as a joke, and then that actually is a thing in
that is actually a plot point. Like, yeah,
a plot point in the show.
It's genetically similar to banging a twin. It's more incestuous than banging a sibling. I guess that's true.
Yeah, it is kind of like it would be kind of.
Why we're having this conversation? Welcome to the fucking stream, I guess. So guys, I grew up with like a lot of Dan Snyder shows. I grew up with All That, The Amanda Show, iCarly, Drake and Josh. I grew up with a lot of Dan Schneider shows. Since Dan's a creep, let's look at some of his creepiest moments, guys. It's great. It's his creepy moments.
Oh no!
All right, can everyone see? Can everyone hear?
It's. Okay, now I can hear it.
Hey guys.
Oh, whoops.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I paused it.
So here we go.
I write hat of spoons, and we get
Hat of spoons.
a hat of spoons. This is why I'm in Hollywood.
Yeah, eat your cereal, kids.
Did she say nice things about me? Because I will tase her if necessary. I have the taser.
Oh man, it's one with edits. That's not as fun.
We haven't used it in a long time.
I said lots of nice things.
No, I said nice things about you too.
Oh.
Okay, he's got the frog neck going on. That's kind of already.
That's going to get on TV. What? That's going to get on TV.
Oh no, he's got the Biden sniff. He's even got the suit on. Oh no!
Oh no!
Mrs. Obama, get down!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, this is awful. Okay.
Yeah, this is.
Hang on. It gets worse.
It gets worse.
These videos made me so nervous.
Why?
Hey, move around. Say your name and get something. Just a little because you never know what you're doing. You don't. You never know.
I would. You know what's gonna happen if I put this on YouTube. What?
Okay, why is that one song in the background that used to be on the radio a lot and then the artist just disappeared?
Hang on. I'm gonna
You know
find
what
a
I'm
funnier
talking
one. I'm
about,
gonna find a
right?
funnier one because I know there was one video where he like it went over like every moment where it's like, oh yeah, Dan Snyder made this video or whatever. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
But J-Step, you know what I'm talking about, right? The song with a guy was, what's it called? It was somebody that I used to know. Like they used to play it on the radio all the fucking time, and then the guy who made it, I don't think made anything else that
He did not
ever came close to that.
It's like Chumbawamba again. And people will go like, who? Exactly.
I was about to say who? I don't know who that is.
Hang on, let me see here. Christ, I can't find it. What the fuck is it? I remember there was like a compilation of like all the weird stuff in like shows, and like the worst part is I can't. Okay, here it is. All right. No, that's somebody else's content. Fuck off. Oh, I gotta sign in. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, is it age restricted?
Yeah, essentially. Hang on.
Yeah, YouTube has been weird with that. Like one of my videos got age restricted despite it being up for like 2 months. Like I don't know if someone reported it.
I want to look. I'm getting this one YouTuber who keeps doing like going over. Like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I want to like get to like clips. I know there was like fucking clips. There's like a clip compilation.
Speaking of YouTubers,
okay, here. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it,
Okay.
motherfuckers. Fuck you. I found it. Okay. Hang on. All right. All right.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
I know you see
Wow.
somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful.
I really hope I don't get copyright strict for this. Dude, I
you
swear to
are.
God.
You probably are.
Hang on. Where's the?
Unless you take one.
Okay.
I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up the memory.
Okay. Yeah. So you can't really watch these old cartoons anymore. So these old shows anymore because of this.
I mean,
So like,
I can still
right
watch,
off the bat.
I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake.
So we got this Ariana Grande eating her own foot. Yeah, that's great. I don't know. Like, okay, that's great. I'm glad Dan Slott showed us that. Like, well, Dan Slott will probably do this too.
I was actually going to mention, I can still watch Drake and Josh fine. It's just the one episode with Little Diva. That one actually does have like a foot thing in it. So,
yeah, covering feet in ketchup. Like again, as a kid, you don't get this until.
I didn't watch a lot of Nickelodeon, so I have like no attachment to any of this.
Oh God. Oh, what the? Oh my. What? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, okay, yeah, that's Dan Schneider. That's Dan Schneider, everybody. I don't think he's been arrested for anything. That's great too. That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one weirdo. We went over. I did not have a game plan for tonight. I don't know why I did this.
Well,
This sounds like every stream I make where it's like, I'll have a game plan for this.
Yeah, so $50,000. Hang on, $50,000 for that. Holy shit.
well, did he actually go bankrupt, or were people just saying that because they thought he
That's
went bankrupt?
that's another thing everyone spread around. Even I kind of spread this around. I'm not gonna lie because I didn't know. But apparently he didn't go bankrupt, which I didn't really believe. Because again, he has like 5 million subscribers, and his videos do like the high millions.
Yeah, I was questioning the bankruptcy part of that too, because it just didn't seem like it made any sense.
Like he should be making. I'm not trying to be like that, but he should be making at least as much money as like Charlie, at the very like Charlie on the lowball end.
I mean, because the only thing I could think of is if like his videos had anything that would, get them put in like limited ads or something.
That's the thing though; they're not like a good chunk of his content's like considered like kid friendly. So I don't even know what that's about.
Okay, so
in that case, I got nothing, man.
All right, so so since he didn't actually go bankrupt, here's just a quick thought, unpopular thought. So what that he paid 50 grand for it? I mean, hell, I bought like 5 arcade units, a big screen TV, and like an arcade board, just so that I could actually make myself a little mini arcade downstairs. What person does with their money is their own business. I mean,
yeah.
It could have been far worse.
It really could have.
I completely understand. Like I said, at the end of the day, like he's not like a sex weirdo, and he's not like he didn't like scam people or anything.
The only argument I could see someone being mad about this is if he was using like his Patreon money to do this, like Patreon donations or something, and they were going towards this instead of going towards like content on the channel, especially if he had said that this is going towards, content on the channel. Yeah. That would be the only thing I could think of, but then you'd have to actually, prove that that's where that money came from.
Yeah, like again, there was nothing like that. Like at the end of the day, it was just his money that he spent on. And my thing is, it wasn't so much that he spent money on it. It's like if you're gonna spend all this money on you and your waifu, like go all out. Why isn't it a porno? Why isn't it a porno? If you're gonna go through all this money, spend all this money on this project, why not just go full on cheeks clapping porn video? Like go all the way with it, man. Don't be a pussy, like push it out, like, oh, I don't want to do this for them. Like, yeah, if I'm going to make a video of me and Velma going at it or whatever, I'm not gonna make an AMV. I'm gonna make under Pixon level fucking porn video. That's just how it's gonna be.
I mean, you could make it an AMV, but just have it be that lewd. Just saying, could do both.
I don't know. Also, they said there was supposed to be like excuse me. They said there was supposed to be like a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer today, but apparently that was bogus. But I'm excited for it because apparently the supposed casting is the rumor for Shadow the Hedgehog of the movie is going to be none other than Anakin Skywalker himself, Hayden Christensen.
Which, if that is real, I'm down for it. Even that just sounds hilarious. I can't imagine his voice coming out of Shadow of all people. But I mean, he could do it though. I definitely think he could.
Every time I join, for fuck's sake, LO. Like, oh, Joker, this is the most tame it's been. Be honest, this is the most tame it's been. This is nothing. Be honest with yourself.
I'm just thinking.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, you guys remember the second Sonic movie, right?
I confess, I still have not watched them. Like, even though I need to, I keep putting off watching them for whatever reason. I don't know why.
All right, I promise there's context to this. Smudge, you see the second one? Nope, Smudge still here?
I guess he.
Are you talking about me?
I'm asking, have you seen the second Sonic movie?
I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one, but if you want to talk about it, you can go right ahead.
Okay, well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is in the second Sonic movie, remember how like several years ago we had that really weird Ugandan Knuckles meme?
Yeah, the Do You Know the Way?
Do you know the way? Reason why I bring that up is in the second Sonic movie, you actually hear Robotnik say, "Let me show you the way,"
Oh no,
or something like that, or "I know the way," or "Let me show you the way," or "I'd be happy to show you the way." Yeah, that's it. I'd be happy to show you the way. But the reason why I bring that up is, wouldn't it be funny if in the third movie, Shadow the Hedgehog all of a sudden said that he hated sand?
that would be funny. Like they're like no, like him and Shadow's final showdown. Sonic brings the fight to a beach, and then Shadow just gets angry. Goes sand.
It's like, man, I hate sand.
The funny thing is, I think Hayden Christensen will 100% play into the meme of that.
Yeah. But I was just thinking that's just the whole thing with Hayden Christensen. The moment I heard that, I'm just thinking, okay, what memes has he done, and what would he potentially do with Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah, it would probably be the sand. Either that or it would be he yells at Sonic, "You turned her against me," and is referring to Maria.
Oh wow.
That's the only other thing I could think of.
Yeah,
Which I actually found that there was a whole lot of context to that was cut from the movie.
Oh wow.
Because apparently there's several deleted scenes where Palpatine is trying to gaslight Anakin into thinking Obi-Wan is trying to steal Padme from him.
You know, that would have made a couple things like a little bit more sense.
Yeah, so when he goes, "You're with him," he was thinking, oh, Palpatine was right. She's hoeing. She's hoeing. It was always the beard. The bitches love the beard. And I'm just like, that makes a lot of sense as to why he had that reaction.
Yeah. Well, here's getting out of the comedy into it and kind of like into just kind of theory. So when Mace Windu and Palpatine were fighting, do you think that part where Palpatine lost his lightsaber, do you think that was intentional, or do you think Mace actually beat him?
So I've heard from George that actually was intentional, and that Windu straight up won that.
Okay. Yeah, because like at the end of the day, his entire plan would hinge on Anakin joining him in that split moment. I don't think Palpatine will put himself in that position. I really don't.
Also, I've heard that there was actually a version of where when Palpatine reveals that he is the Sith Lord, there was a version of the scene where Anakin just straight up joined him on the spot, and then the Jedi show up, and then it turns out in this version Palpatine didn't have a lightsaber ready, so he just took Anakin's and just started killing everybody. Yeah. Anakin was watching the fight, and there's even some behind the scenes footage of showing Anakin walking in, following the duel and stuff. So,
well, the reason why I'm asking this is apparently it's rumored in the book that the loss, quote unquote, was intentional, and the whole thing, like you were talking about, the whole thing with his plan hinged on Anakin joining him. So, like, you know, basically he was fighting for real, and then he sensed that Anakin was getting close, and that's when he kind of threw the fight.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think he put himself in that position, and also he says but if Weisu could beat Palpatine, then that means Windu can beat Yoda. Yeah,
well, because the thing is, Yoda was probably would have won that fight if he didn't lose his lightsaber.
Yeah, and even then, like it's stated numerous times that Mace Windu is like the second most powerful Jedi on the Council. So that's not out of the realm of possibility that he do that. In fact, the main reason Vader Windu even won against Palpatine was because he used Vapad, yeah, which turns dark side energy into your own positive energy and blasts it back at them.
Which is some of the lore. It's heavily implied that Palpatine was actually afraid of Mace Windu because of that.
He was like there were a few Jedi he feared, and like the only two Jedi that I think Palpatine genuinely feared was Yoda and Mace because they're the only two he's pretty sure he couldn't beat in a fight.
I think he also feared Obi-Wan also to some degree.
I don't know because the thing is that with Obi-Wan he doesn't. I don't think the thing about Obi-Wan is that yeah he is powerful, but a lot of his stuff comes down to like skill. It's just that Obi-Wan is so versatile and skilled that he can probably underhand you and do stuff like that. Also, no. Another Jedi that he did fear was Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon.
That's canon. He did fear Qui-Gon Jinn. He was like really glad that he died because he was alive. Would have put a big thorn in the.
Yeah, he was like, man, we dodged a bullet with Maul. He was telling Plagueis, man, we dodged a bullet with Maul.
But then what about Luke Skywalker? He was getting fired by Palpatine and Jedi. Couldn't even put up a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
the thing is, Luke was kind of a dumbass and just decided that he was just gonna just die along with them in that moment. So I don't think he really.
The thing is about Luke in that situation is that Luke was pretty sure like all of Luke's plan hinged on his father deciding to help him. That's essentially what it was. Yeah, Luke was kind of a dumbass. He was over emotional. He was impatient. That's his whole character in the original films.
And not to mention, Luke tossed his lightsaber beforehand, and Yoda, I'm pretty sure, didn't tell him. Yoda didn't think to tell him. By the way, the Emperor can shoot lightning from his hands. You should probably watch out for that.
Oh, and never, ever, ever ditch your lightsaber.
Yeah, don't ever do that. Even if you think the fight's over, just don't do it.
Yeah. So like yeah. So if you're trying to bring up Luke, yeah, Luke was barely a Jedi by the end of the trilogy anyway. Yeah. He was like, man, like Yoda was literally like, yeah, we don't really have any other choice. You're a Jedi, I guess.
Yeah,
fuck it. We don't care.
You're the best we got. You're the best we got right now. Fuck it. Ahsoka's on. I don't know what she's doing. She's on vacation somewhere. We can't call her for help.
She's in a bad show, and basically, yeah, the whole place is screwed.
She's in a bad show, or she's off sulking somewhere.
Which is a shame because she was good in Rebels. Which is a shame.
And second season of Mando, she was pretty good too. Although, granted, it was only a very small part.
Yeah. Luke was speed running. Yeah, again, Luke had a minimum of 5 to 6 years of training as a Jedi on his own.
If that.
Yeah, if that. So, like, again, people always say, like, oh, Luke is just like Rey. He barely had any training either. No, like, literally Return of the Jedi showed, well, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi showed, that Luke was way out of his fucking league. He was far from being a master. He was far from taking on Vader.
Yeah, Yoda and Obi-Wan were literally telling him, like, bro, you cannot go up against Vader right now. You are not ready for that shit.
And like, I gotta let your friends die on this one. Damn it!
I mean, hell, he lost his hand. He went in the family tradition.
Yeah, that's the Skywalker tradition. You lose your hand in your first real fight.
So that's right. Why Rey's a Palpatine, not a Skywalker, because she didn't lose her hand.
I did like the meme right after Force Awakens came out where Rey is asking Anakin and Luke, what happened in your second movie? Anakin's like, I lost an arm. Luke is like, I lost a hand. And then Rey's like, oh God, you don't think that's gonna happen to me, do you? And it's like, well, if the writers had any integrity, yes, that probably would have happened. Either that or a leg. That would probably be more interesting. Have it be a subversion, have her lose a leg.
Like Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, that
was a pretty interesting.
I didn't expect that to happen when I first saw the movie. It's like, oh, he lost his leg.
Yeah, like that was a ballsy thing to do because usually when you have movies like that, it's like, oh, we got to turn everything back to the status quo. And it's like, no, actions have consequences. You lost the leg.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Unless you're Rey Palpatine, then you have no consequences.
Yeah,
I think it would have been better if Rey was a straight up clone of Palpatine and the dark side in her in the last Sith, and like she's also the last Jedi. I'm sorry, like I said this before. I said this for years. There's nothing you could reveal about Rey's past that would make her interesting because her character's not interesting at its base.
Yeah. They kind of just fucked up right out of it. They fucked up pretty much right out of. Okay, I'm gonna say right out of the gate, but when they got to the part where she started whooping Kylo's ass and using mind tricks and stuff, I was like, yeah, we fucked up. You fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's
like
where
she wasn't great. She wasn't great at before that, but it's like, okay, this is kind of serviceable. Maybe she'll make a mistake.
When she did the mind trick, I was kind of hoping, like, are they going to explain this in the second movie that maybe Obi-Wan was helping her, or maybe then when we saw Luke at the end, I'm just like, oh, does that mean that Luke was helping her? Because the whole thing about her just doing it without even knowing that she could is like, I thought Jedis were a myth. How did you know that you could control someone with your mind?
Yeah, and it's not even like Kylo did it before. Like did it in front of her so she saw how it was done or something.
I mean,
that would have been a bullshit excuse anyway, but at least it would have been something.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think like Ryan made it canon that you could just take knowledge out of people's heads now.
Well, I don't know if Ryan made it canon or Disney did, but they basically said that
Ryan did. It was like said in the in like the script of the Last Jedi, like the novelization of the script.
Well, they tried to do that, but then you got Mandalorian season 2, where both Luke and Ahsoka, the people who would actually trust this stuff, basically flat out said that you can't become a Jedi without training.
Yeah, like I could understand maybe like being able to like somewhat use the Force without realizing it, like like they actually established that with Anakin and Phantom Menace, where it's like, oh yeah, you have Jedi reflexes. You're using the Force to predict things before they happen.
You're using
That's
it
how you're able to
subconsciously.
pilot a pod. And it was like, okay, that makes sense that you could kind of passively do that. Like I could buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
like
whole
some
thing
raw talent there, and you're not quite realizing how it works.
Yeah, but the whole thing about this like brain scanning, and all of a sudden you're a Jedi master. It's like if that was the case, they wouldn't need Jedi academies or anything like that. Just like when you have your apprentice, you basically just suck the energy out, and then you're done.
Her resisting like Kylo getting inside her head, that was fine because they established that if you have a strong will, a mind trick doesn't work on you. Yeah, and I assume what he was doing was similar to that.
And you know what? I tried to kind of go with the whole thing. It's like, okay, Kylo got shot in the stomach with a bowcaster. He got weakened by Finn, who knows how to use a lightsaber. Maybe that's why she was able to take out Kylo. And then she basically took on a death squad, and it's just like, all right, and now it's bullshit.
Also, there's the whole thing of the dark side of the Force gets stronger if you're in pain. Like it's amplified based on that. So to me, it just never made any sense. Like the injury being like the whole, he got shot. That's why he lost him, because we see him beating his own injury with his fist. So it's like it couldn't be injuring him that much if he's literally hitting his own injury, because there's no reason you do that.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the stream here. I don't feel great.
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh shit, you all right?
My head is hurting. My stomach's hurting.
Did you eat something?
I didn't eat anything crazy. It's been like this since yesterday night, man, and it's just getting worse.
Is it like, because that almost sounds like that almost sounds like food poisoning, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You said your stomach is.
Yeah, my abdomen just feels tight right now. It just doesn't feel great. I can barely keep my eyes open. I'm just gonna call it here. I'm sorry. Everyone watching. I just don't feel great. I don't think I can keep going.
No, it's all good, man. Your health comes first, dude.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll talk to you guys later.
Talk to you soon.
Make sure you drink water. That might help.
I'm drinking a lot of water. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
See you all soon, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.